Well, it looks like we're due to get some weather. Hi, I'm Jim with the Works RL channel. It's great to have you stop in. The wiper blades are often just one of those things that get neglected because you don't really think about it until you need them. And in this case, my wife's 2018 Subaru Forester here, I started to notice that the blade itself is starting to separate. These are the stock blades. They're about 5 years old. Normally, I would like to just replace the inserts and keep the wiper arms because they usually are pretty good for a lot longer than that. As you can see here, the blade itself is starting to separate. I always start with going to the user's manual, and that'll tell us what we need to do. I just go start out in the index here and just look under, we'll start off with wiper blade and see if that's where we'll find it. Wiper blades, 1133. So it looks like we just have to pull up on a tab and then slide the blade out. Oh, they do actually show replacing just the rubber inserts. Interesting. Well, I was not able to find them. We're going to go ahead and replace the entire blade. I don't know if it's just due to this current shortage of materials that we're running into these days, but I can't find the inserts. So I ended up going to my local Costco and using their buying power to get me some relatively inexpensive Michelin wiper blades. At Costco, they had a nice QR code that you could scan, and that allowed me to make the proper selection of the blades that they had. The driver's side is 26-inch and the passenger side is 17-inch. These Michelins, you know, it's a good name obviously, and we'll give them a shot, put them on, and we'll see how they hold up. I'm just going to use a small screwdriver. I'm guessing it's just a lift up here. So I'm actually shoving the blade that way, and then we'll have, usually it's like a hook mechanism. Yep, just like that. So really, I'm lifting it up, I'm shoving the blade that way, which then kind of feels like this is, you can kind of see it's poking through down here in the bottom like that. And then I'm just pulling that out. We'll take our new blade. Sometimes these blades will have instructions because they're universal, and they sometimes have different attachments that you may need to insert. We'll see if that's what we run into on this one. I have had that on a few different brands, not on the Subaru, but with some of my other vehicles. So sometimes they've got like adapters, so we'll take a look at this and see what we need. That's quite a beefy setup, isn't it? That's kind of nice. They have like a protective cover over the blade. That's kind of nice. We'll take that off when we're all done. I just wanted to take a look at the mechanism here. There's our old one. Just like to make sure that they are indeed the right length. We'll remove this little spacer here. Now the instructions come describing the use of different adapters depending on the arm, so we'll see if it's set up as necessary right now, but if we have any troubles with it, we may need to resort to using those. Maybe we'll luck out right out of the gate. So we're just pushing that, so you can see I'm just pushing that in to where you can see that, you can see the hook starting to come through here. So I'm just going to tilt that up until I'm trying to latch onto that, and then I'm pulling back on the blade itself. Just pulling back, and then you kind of feel that hook engage, and it will push down. You heard that snap, and I think we're okay without having to use any of the adapters. Now I've got to make sure I remove this protective sheath. There's our new blade installed. Pretty fast and easy. You should replace them in pairs. That way you know they're going to wear evenly together. Let's take care of that other one now. Yeah, this driver's side one is a 26-inch. So we'll do the same thing here. Just a little spacer. As you can see, the hardest part is actually leaning over to get to it because it's almost square in the middle here. You can lift this up and try to get over here. That might be a little easier. Yeah, that actually makes it a little bit better. For this side, I think tilting it up helps. So I've got the arm folded out, so it's spring loaded, so it'll stay in position. We want to have this little J hook go in here and get on there. But you can see how you can't quite do it this way, so you have to tilt the blade, kind of poke it through like that. And then I'm going to use this hand to pull up, you know, move the blade that direction to have it latch into that hook. And there it is. And then we're just gonna, there. So it's really just that simple. And then this sheath, we want to make sure we take that sheath out. There. So now our blade is exposed. And, you know, obviously before you go driving in the middle of a rainstorm, it'd be good just to go down your street, maybe use your windshield washer fluid just to give it a couple swipes, make sure everything works. And those are our new blades. Hold on to the old blades in case you need to put them back on for the moment if you have some troubles. If you are interested in just doing the inserts, I thought maybe we could just do that real quick together here. See, there's a stop where the rubber won't let those claws go any further, so you just really just have to kind of muscle it out. You just sort of, once you lift it up like that, see how it's got these little notches, and you just slide it out. That way the arm may be perfectly good. You just hold on to that. If you ever want, you can buy just the inserts. Now I also recommend you remove the metal, because sometimes the inserts don't come with those. Keep these together. There's the bad part. And usually it's a lot less expensive just to buy these inserts if your arm is still in decent shape. So instead of throwing that out, I'm going to hold on to these. That way if those Michelins don't hold up very well, I've still got the original stock arms, and maybe eventually we can get the inserts again and I'll just put new inserts in. We've had actually some pretty good thunderstorms going through here. So I want to make sure my wife's got good blades, and I hope you'll check yours too. Keep an eye on them. Always keep those blades in good shape, because, you know, when you need them, you need them. I hope this has been helpful. Really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. And I hope you'll stick around. It's always great to have you stop in. I also like to read your comments down below, what you're working on. If you've had any good or bad luck with any kind of particular wiper blade brands, I always love to hear that too. Let's stay in touch. Take care.